Okay, I am with Shelby.
Nope.
Shelby and
I'm
Erica.
Shelby.
And Adam Taxin from Right Side Broadcasting Network. What's up, Steve? He was with me before. We're talking to these ladies who were here pretty early to hear Trump in Toledo, Ohio tonight. And, well, you may have heard the Democratic National Convention is going on, and you two are both obviously female. Here's a gimme question. Don't you feel compelled to support Hillary because history was made yesterday?
Hell no. Are we allowed to cuss?
No, because then we have to bother using the bleep.
Oh, sorry. No.
No, hell doesn't count as a cuss.
Okay.
What do you dislike most about Hillary?
Pretty much everything about her. Like, there's not one thing that I like about her. She lies. Did you watch the Benghazi hearing? She lied.
Well, let me ask you a question. But weren't you just touched by the love story that Bill Clinton told yesterday? He's so romantic.
It was not. It was not.
But he loves her so much, don't you think?
I think he doesn't love her, actually. Bill, do you love Hillary? I don't think you do.
But he was so taken by her beauty when he saw her at Hall.
She's such a beaut.
He was afraid to touch her. I mean, those Coca-Cola glasses, no?
Yeah, no.
You're not buying it?
No.
All right, you want to give me a 1, 2, 3, make America great again?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Make America great again!
Adam Taxin, Right Side Broadcasting in Toledo, Ohio, where Trump is going to speak later, with Josh. Now, Josh said you're a blogger and you always watch Right Side Broadcasting Network.
Yep.
All right, let's hear a little bit more about you and what brought you here today.
Well, I'm over here for Michigan. I'm from Michigan.
Well, it's not that far away, but what part of Michigan?
Riverview.
Is that in southern Michigan also?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's only 40 minutes.
So what do you blog about?
How we need all come around to Trump, how they need these.
Hold on. I'm going to have you repeat it. There are a lot of trucks. Industrial Midwest, you know how it is? Okay.
Trying to get the never Trump people to come to Trump and the teens to come for Trump.
How old are you?
13.
What do you do to get them to come to Trump? And
well, I talk to a lot of people through Instagram and just people in real life.
What do you like most about Trump?
That he tells the truth.
And what do you dislike most about Hillary and the Democrats?
That she's a liar.
All right, let's go along a little bit. Let's explore this a little bit further. Have you caught any of the current events this week or watched the Democratic convention at all?
Yep, I watched it.
You want to offer some thoughts?
They're a mess, the Democrats.
Well, what do you think about the fact that they won't even mention ISIS or terrorism except for they finally did it on day 2 after the sun had already gone down in Philadelphia?
Because they don't know how to handle it.
So you think they try to avoid the subject?
Yep.
Adam Taxin, Right Side Broadcasting Network here with Dan Roberts, who is first in line to hear Trump in Toledo. What time did you get here today?
7 this morning.
7 this morning. And what inspired you to get here that early, besides probably not having to go to work today?
Donald Trump, we're going to push him through to the end. We got to get new SCOTUSes.
What are you most excited about in terms of
SCOTUS.
Supreme Court?
Huh?
The Supreme Court, you're saying?
Supreme Court judges. That's what this election's all about.
Okay, that's not one we always hear.
That's what
you're, I guess, worried about the creatures Hillary will put on there?
Yeah, we don't want to pervert our Constitution.
Any thoughts on the Democratic National Convention so far and whatever else has been in the news? No thoughts on WikiLeaks?
Other than they didn't show an American flag their first day that they had the DNC.
Well, they did have a Soviet flag and a Palestinian flag.
Yes, they did.
They fixed that, and they fixed a number of things. They ended up not having Michael Brown's mother, so they're learning. They're learning. You're not impressed, are you?
Not impressed.
Okay, you want to give us a little shout out to RSBN that we can use for station identification?
Right Side Broadcasting. They're now on YouTube. Make sure that you click on it and join. And give them a thumbs up, Right Side Broadcasting.
Thank you. Adam Taxin in Toledo, Ohio, where Trump is set to speak in a few hours, with Dorian Thompson, who is number 2 in line today. What time did you get here?
Around 10 o'clock.
Oh, 10 o'clock. So he was here 3 hours before he had to be.
Yes, he was.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you about second in line, because you're wearing a Detroit Tigers shirt. And the Tigers are in second place right now, right?
Yes, they are. And behind the dang Indians.
Yeah. I guess there is a Tigers-Indians rivalry here in Cleveland, or is it?
Well, they have beaten us about 9 times, or 11 times.
Okay, so it makes sense that you're in second. They're in first. Any way that relates to Trump, or anything else you want to say about Trump today?
Honestly, I just think that it's going to be an interesting race to watch, and I cannot wait for the election night.
Okay, what inspires you about Trump that you wanted to be here so early?
Well, it's not just Donald Trump. It's about just how the country's going to be moving forward. the next generations to come. And I think that we either have two options. We can either go back to the dark past, or we can have a new beginning.
Dark past. Now they're using the word dark a lot. That's the meme that the press is saying about everyone. Did you notice how everyone in the press is saying, "Oh, Trump's speech at the RNC was so dark"?
There's nothing dark about Donald Trump.
Any thoughts on the DNC that's been going on?
That's going pretty well. I mean, I'll say they had a couple of good speakers, and I think both conventions had their problems, and
yeah,
I think we're getting there.
All right. Well, thank you for your time today. Enjoy. Adam Taxin for Right Side Broadcasting Network, doing Trump pregame in Toledo. I'm now with Sam. Sam, you're excited to vote for the first time, you tell me.
I just turned 18 and I'm excited to vote in an election that has so much to do with our future in America, and I'm glad to have a candidate that represents my views, and I really hope he wins, and I'm glad to be able to vote for him.
You sound a little concerned about the future in your voice, the way you said that.
I think this is an election where the right side does not win. It's going to have so many implications bigger than the White House, and the Supreme Court seats that are probably going to open up, and just all the like chaos and protests right now. We need a leader that can solve these issues the correct way instead of politically correct.
Let me ask you a question. You're 18. Do you find a lot of your peers are pro-Bernie or not as concerned about the future as you are?
I find a lot of my peers to not want to be educated, or I don't know if they're scared or they just don't care that they hear about all these attacks and all these things every day, but they don't worry about it at all. They worry about what's on the internet or what they're doing for fun rather than what they're going to end up doing. In past generations, 18-year-olds were already doing all these great things. They're over there fighting. Now it's just, what are you doing for fun? And it's kind of unacceptable.
Oh, you're pretty mature for 18, at least in this generation, Sam.
I'd like to say so.
Okay. Any thoughts on the Democratic National Convention so far?
I think it's kind of sad that on the first night, none of the, I think 61 speakers even mentioned ISIS.
Yeah.
And
they got around to that around when the sun went down in Philly yesterday.
And it's just, they're not, she talks about how she's proud of all these young females that are going to be able to vote, and I don't have a problem with a female president. I would just want a president, if it's going to be a female president, she's got to be competent and not a liar or a criminal.
Right. Sam, thanks for your time today.
No problem.
Adam Taxin from Right Side Broadcasting Network, here with Nick, one of the earlier people here hours in advance before Trump's appearance. Oh, Ned.
No, Nick.
Nick, okay, I got it right. Okay, you're obviously here because you're excited to hear Trump. Let me ask you a question about some stuff in the news. What do you think of the Democratic National Convention so far?
How it fell apart? I thought it was awesome. How it just fell apart because nobody knew what to do. People were running around all crazy and they couldn't even get American flags in the background to the end of the
Well, do you think maybe that wasn't an accident? You know,
No,
they seem to get a Palestinian flag there.
Yeah, they just forgot. They're like, oh, they disregarded America's greatness, and this time is over with.
But weren't you moved by the fact that Michelle Obama has said that it's finally a good country because she got to spend how many hundreds of millions of dollars on junkets?
No, she's ridiculous. The Pokemon Go has done more for child obesity than she's in a day than she has done in 8 years, and that's an app for a game.
Well, I mean, but it's hard to keep yourself thin when you're eating so much expensive food on the taxpayers' money, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're just raping us.
Were you moved by the fact that they had all the mothers of the movement there, yet no police victims of violence?
Well, they're biased. They're only going to show one side of the story to get some sympathy, butthurt for them, so they can broaden their political agenda. And they're not going to show the whole spectrum, because if they show the whole spectrum, it will show them being, what's the word?
Whatever the word.
Yeah, whatever the word. They'll show them for their true colors, and they can't do that. They only can be one-sided and show half of what supports their political agenda, saying, oh, we're the good guys, just like Hillary's ad that she just put out, that Trump is saying all this stuff, and she's using unnecessary censorship, where she's bleeping a word, and I'm sure it's not even a cuss word. Everything is taken out of context, and it's just ridiculous.
What do you think of the way they're trying to blame the Russians now?
Oh, the whole traitor thing? We should be in cahoots with Russia. You know?
Right.
We're the two biggest superpowers, and he wants to get rid of ISIS. We want to get rid of ISIS. Not why Cold War was what?
Finally, what do you
30 years ago?
Finally, what do you hope Trump talks about tonight?
Making America great. Let's actually get the policies rolling. Let's get tax policies. Let's start talking about all the ideas now. Now it's time to get down to define what he's been talking about, to get him to this point, and I believe he's going to do that, and that's what I hope to see.
All right, Nick, thanks for talking to me today.
Welcome.
Don Jones in Toledo, Ohio. Thanks for talking to me and Right Side Broadcasting Network. You're one of the earlier people here to hear Trump today. What motivated you to come so early on a hot day?
Get in the door early.
I guess so. What most excites you about the Trump campaign so far?
I like the way he talks. When he talks, he tells it like it is. He doesn't mix words or anything. He's blunt, and that's what we need. I'm tired of the establishment in D.C. just pissing away everything, and they just don't give a damn about the individuals.
Any thoughts on the Democratic National Convention so far in that freak show?
Well, there's some good things came out of it, and there's some bad things come out of it. I did not care for the mothers that was there, saying how their little babies, they got hurt and everything.
Right. Well, at least they pulled Michael Brown's moms from it. She would have been the worst PR of all.
Yes. But what really irritates me, not one wife, mother of the cops that were shot in D.C., Dallas, and they just didn't say a thing about that.
Yeah, you know what? You just gave me an idea. Maybe the crowd can help me out. Anyone want to do a Blue Lives Matter chant?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and let's get a Blue Lives Matter. 1, 2, 3. Blue Lives Matter! Thank you all. See you inside.